Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sumukascha Ekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhumaketurganadhyakshaha Palachandro Gajananaha Vakratundaha Surpakarno Herabhaha Skandapurvadaha Suklambaradharam Vishnum Sasivardam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Yasyat Virada Vaktradhya Parishadhya Parastatam Vignam Nigdhanti Satatam Vishvaksenam Tamasraye Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheswaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Aklishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedhyaya Gurave Buddhisakshine Krishnadvaipaya Namdyasam Sarva Bhuta Hiteratham Vedapcha Bhaskaram Vande Samadhi Nilayam Munim Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Now, with Bhagavan's grace, let us continue. Yesterday, we heard Brahma describing to Narada the Tripada Purusha, the Bhagavan who is the unmanifested aspect of Bhagavan. Prior to that, Brahma explained to us the manifested aspect. Then today, he is going to teach Narada, and through Narada, those of us who listen to him and who hear him carefully and humbly and with Vinaya, the Bhagavan who is present everywhere, both the unmanifested and the manifested, and what is taking place in creation in the manifested part of things. It is actually yajnam only, and only sacrifice is what is taking place. Saha yajnaha prajaha srishtva purovacha prajapatihi. As he says in Bhagavad Gita, along with the physical manifested creation that we call our bodies, along with the manifestation of a fetus in a mother's womb, along with that, not separate from it, along with that, saha yajnaha prajaha, that embodiment we call as human body or anything is actually created along with yajnam, along with sacrifice. Please remember that. And it is not that sacrifice is created with the human bodies, it is the human beings. Let's talk about human beings to make it short and brief. Each one of us, when we were born along with sacrifice. Saha yajnaha prajaha srishtva. That's what that yajna purushan is, what Brahma is going to teach in the next few slokams to Narada, and that is very important for each one of us to relate to, because what he is talking about is actually you and me, and that I'll come to that at the end. Now, the message, the yajna purusha, sacrifice. What is sacrifice? Who is doing the sacrifice? For whom the sacrifice being done? Okay, and these are all explained in the next few slokams, and the essence of that I will share with you. Brahma says in slokam number 22, when I emerged out of the navel of Bhagavan, this is Brahma speaking, who is the inner soul, the indweller of whole Virata Purusha, everything. We talked about the Visvam and Vishnu, right? And I found really nothing. I found really nothing except the various limbs and aspects and parts of that Supreme Being. And those are the ones to be used as the various requisites for performing sacrifice. Point number one. So sacrifice is being done with the various limbs of Bhagavan. When I speak, and the speech I make is really the sacrifice using Bhagavan's organ of speech. Please remember that. When you hear, it is the same way. Whatever you hear is using Bhagavan's organ of hearing. So everything is, there is nothing that is devoid of it. So everything that is being done and must be done as sacrifice Can you hold on, please, 1 minute? Sorry for the interruption there. So now, so everything that is being done as sacrifice and what is being offered in sacrifice is actually Bhagavan's limbs only, Bhagavan's parts only, aspects only. It is only Bhagavan himself is being offered as the process of sacrifice, which is also Bhagavan. And to whom the sacrifice is being made is also Bhagavan. That's the supreme being. That's what Brahma started teaching. So when I came out of the navel of this Padmanabha, I found nothing but the various parts of the Supreme Being for use as the various requisites for performing yajna. So what are the next few slokams? He's going to talk about what the various requisites are for performing yajna. It's like you need animals, you need various posts, you need kusa grass, you need the ground on which it has to be done, and you need the various seasons, the right season to be perform yajna, and the various utensils that are used. There are different grains and cereals, grains and cereals as we call them. The ghee is used, the various edibles, like using the various 6 forms of taste, then metals like gold, earth, water, and the 3 Vedic texts, the Rigvedam, Yajurvedam, and Samavedam. Those mantras are important. Then the various processes and procedures to perform the yajna, the sacrificial rites, and the various mantras that are used during sacrifices, and the various mantras like Swaha and all that. Then various offering that is made in the yagam, and the discipline and the austere practices that are done for performing yajna. Then there is the yajna devata, to whom you perform the yajna to, the ritualistic procedures. Then various sankalpam that you make, the goals to be achieved, the promises, the resolutions, and the various disciplines, and the not only disciplines, the various poses and movements of sacrifices in performing yajna. Then meditation on the various devatas, and in a dedicated fashion, and sacrificial. All these have to be identified and have to be done or required. They're all requisites for performing yajna. Okay. Then the Brahma says, equipped with all of these are actually identified as really parts of the Supreme Being. Everything I mentioned to you, Narada, is really part and parcel of the Supreme Being. Now, possessing all this, I offered all these as sacrifice to the Supreme Being himself. He is offering Supreme Being, Bhagavan himself, to Bhagavan. No different from taking the water from the Ganga and with some uttering some mantrams, and then offering the water back to the Ganga itself. Okay, so this is the very important thing for us to understand, appreciate intellectually first. Then we can put this into our own life. Okay, as practice. Then, so we came up to that is slokam number 27. Then with 28. The various Prajapatis, and with devotion and concentration, they sacrifice into this Purusha, the Supreme Being, who is both manifest and unmanifest. Okay, he is manifest like Devas, like Indra and all that, unmanifest as a transcendental being. Then the Manus, the various Rishis, Pitrus, Devas, Asuras, all of them, they offered sacrifice unto him at proper times. Is the quick message in the next slokams number 22 to 29, I think it is. Okay, 22 to 29 in your book, it could be 20. I've taken up to 22 to 27 today, not 29. So we'll go up to 27, 5 slokams. Okay? Now, slokam number 22. Yada asya nabhyat nalinat aham asam mahat manah na avidam yajna sambharan purusha avayava adhrute avayavat rute. Avayavat rute is the correct way to split it. Yada asya nabhyat nalinat aham asam mahat manah na avidam yajna sambharan purusha avayavat rute. Yada, at which time, asya here, the Mahatmanaha, the Supreme Being, Paramapurusha, Nabhyate from his navel, Nalinate from the lotus flower that came out of the navel, Aham, I, Asam, took birth. Na avidam, I did not know. Yajna, for doing the yajna, the sacrifice, sambharane, the various ingredients required. See, I did not know anything at all. This is the beauty. And this is no different from you and me. I do not know. This is the truth. If, as Swami Vivekananda said, it is very important for each one of us to remind ourselves of the truth. I do not know. I talk so much, but I really do not know. So what do? Then turn to the Supreme Being. You turn your mind to Bhagavan himself. That's what he said. Not knowing, not only what to do. I was born, but I did not know what to do. So then I turned to Bhagavan, and then the yajna sambharane, to perform all the requisite yajna, the sacrifice, even the feeling I do not know. That Purusha avayavati means limbs, parts of the body. And the thing rute means accept. Na avidam, I really did not know after I was born, except for the sacrifice that was already taking place by the various requisites, the various things required to perform the sacrifice, or all the parts and parcel of various parts, various limbs of the Paramapurusha himself. Except that I did not know anything. So he saw the Sarva Hautha, Purushottam says, the cosmic sacrifice that is taking place every minute continuously, in all ways, in all directions, in all aspects. We must understand this first intellectually. I am really not doing anything. That's truth. Bhagavan is doing through me. That is the truth. Okay? And in doing the process, my body, my mind, everything is being sacrificed. The only thing that is constant is prema. Okay, remember, everything in life is the sacrifice only. And the sacrifice is taking place by Bhagavan himself. His various parts of him, various aspects of him is what that is sacrifice. That is slokam number 22. Yada asya nabhyat nalinat aham asam mahat manah na avidam yajna sambharane purusha avayavat rate. This Brahma is no different from you and me, because in my mind, I create the world. I create the world I live in. I create so many things continuously in my mind. That is the aspect of Brahma in me, that creative aspect. But I must tell myself, I really do not know. Then I will be able to see the sacrifice that is taking place by Bhagavan himself in various forms and various aspects. And what are those aspects? What are those various forms? That is what he is talking about in the next few slokams. Slokam number 23. Teshu yajnasya pasavaha sa vanaspatayaha kusaha idam cha deva yajanam kalascha guru gunan vitaha. Teshu yajnasya pasavaha sa vanaspatayaha kusaha idam cha deva yajanam kalascha guru gunan vitaha. In such teshu, in these sacrifices, when I open my mind to what is happening really within me and around me, and I really find I'm just a witness. Even though my mind is creating all the things, I'm also not attached to it. Then what is happening in whatever I create, it is being sacrificed. It doesn't stay constant. It doesn't stay permanently, right? But it is already sacrificed. The moment I create it, it is already begun to die, begun to disappear. Everything, this is the truth, and you can experience it personally. So, Teshu, in these sacrifices, Yajnasya, for the sacrifice that is taking place by itself, I don't have to do anything. Sacrifice takes place itself. Pasavaha, various animals. In this case, in my mind, I can relate it to the animalistic tendencies. Sa vanaspatayaha, along with the various flowers and leaves and all that. We see that all around. In a garden, no flower, no leaves stays the same, right? Everything is being sacrificed, transforms and sacrifices. And the flowers that are offered to Bhagavan today, they're fresh. By evening time, they become old, right? Which I have to discard. And the body is exactly like that. It is nothing but a flower. I mean, body also goes through at some point in time. It has got to be discarded. Okay. So the kusaha, the various kusa grass, idam cha here and deva yajanam, the place of doing sacrifice. Deva means for the devas, yajanam, the altar, the sacrificial altar, place where you do. Place where I do sacrifice is in my mind. It is not a physical place. Everywhere I am at, and whatever I create, sitting here, if I create something in Chennai, for example, tens of thousands of miles away, and I create somebody and some feeling about somebody, then the sacrificial altar is exactly at that point. So this is not a fixed point. It is the whole prapancham, the sacrificial altar. Kalaha cha, time. We all know time is a phenomenal medicine and remedy, right? I mean, it really, really cures so many things. We all know that. And that through using this time, sacrifice also takes place. Sometimes it is instantaneous. Sometimes it takes 80 years. Sometimes it takes 5 years. Sometimes it takes 6 months, depending upon what it is, right? So that takes place. Uru Gunanvitaha. So the Uru means great. Gunanvitaha is people who are qualified to perform sacrifice. Now, what does it mean? Whether we are qualified or not, whether I'm qualified or not, the sacrifice is automatically taking place by itself because Bhagavan is doing it through my body. The Gunanvitaha, the people who are qualified, they turn their mind and align themselves to this divine sacrifice, divine play of sacrifice that is taking place. Those are the Uru Gunanvitaha, great qualified people. Teshu yajnasya pasavaha sa vanaspatayaha kusaha idam cha deva yajanam kalascha uru gunanvitaha. Number 24. Vastani oshadayaha snehaha rasa loha bhrudaha jalam ruchaha yajumshi samani chatur hotram cha sattama. Vastani oshadayaha snehaha rasa loha bhrudaha Jalam, Richaha, Yajumshi, Samani, Chatur, Hotram cha, Sattama, ye noble soul, is addressing Narada. Vastani means various utensils, pots and pans that are used in sacrifice that we see in our life. When we do our cooking, we use pots and pans. They are not just mere pots and pans. They are all instruments, ingredients that are required to perform the sacrifice. And the sacrifices for what? We think we are cooking food. But that is a sacrifice that is taking place in order to provide nutrition to me, to my body, and also my mind. So sooner or later, my mind will align itself to this divine sacrifice that is taking place. So Voshadayaha, various grains, Snehaha is ghee, clarified butter. Rasa, Loha, Mrudaha, Rasa is honey. Loha is gold. Mrudaha is Mother Earth. And Jalam is water. Richaha is Rigvedam. Yajumshi is Yajurvedam. Samani is Samavedam. Chaturhotram. Chaturhotram, in performing any yagam, there are 4 activities, okay? And Hotaha is one who actually makes the offering. in the sacrificial fire. Then Udgataha is another person who's got the responsibility, the job of reciting the mantras. Then Ardvayuhu is the one who actually kindles the fire, makes sure it doesn't die, but he doesn't bring external fire. He just kindles the fire and makes sure the fire is always well lit. Then there is a supervisor called Brahma. So these Chaturhotram, these are the 4 functions that take place in every yagam. If we apply to it personally, then what are we offering? The hotaha, everything, my thought, my speech, my actions, the food I take, whatever I do, I'm offering that as sacrifice. That is a hotaha in me. Then Udgataha, the person who recites the mantram. What is a mantram? When we say, for example, we take food, we say Brahmarpanam Brahmahavihi mantram. Or even we say, Swami, this is all you only. This is all you only. Krishnarpanam. Whatever mantra we say, that entity within me is the Udgataha. Then Ardvayuhu. Then Ardvayuhu is the person who keeps the fire kindled. Now here, what am I doing? There's a part of me that says, yes, you must keep keep kindling and keep the fire of sacrifice going. Make sure this all belongs to Swami, belongs to Bhagavan, he's only using you as an instrument. Everything you must sacrifice to him. Everything you must sacrifice to him. That kindling of that fire of sacrifice within me is Ardvayuhu. Then Brahma, the supervisor. Who's the Brahma and supervisor? Bhagavan himself. My conscience is a supervisor. So all these Chaturhotram is very much within us. All the things that Brahma is talking about here, Brahma who is talking to Narada, that Brahma when he's talking about, is in my mind only. The creative aspect, the creative energy, the creative force in my mind is that Brahma, the creator. So I must offer everything as sacrifice to him. Okay, this is not only Brahma sitting in Sathya Lokam talking to Narada. This is something that each one of us must and can apply this personally. All the things that we come across, the truth is, I do not know. I don't know. I know in the sense I do not experience. Intellectually, I may know, but I do not experience the beauty and the sweetness of the divine sacrificial process that is taking place continuously. Since I do not know, then I begin to see Bhagavan's hand everywhere, how the sacrifice is taking place. Everything, all the utensils and the grains and honey and everything that I use, my speech, my thought, everything is a limb of Bhagavan that is being used for sacrifice. So that is the essence of the first 3 slokas, 22, 23, and 24. With Swami's grace, we will continue tomorrow. Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om.